Oh, wow.
Grabe. Look how beautiful. Wow. Princess on the back and Andy on the other. Here between giants. Pasok na Paris. They're climbing up.